Hello everyone, this is Calvin Castine and we're coming to you today from Altona, and we're in the dining room here talking with Father Gilbert Boisvert. Did I pronounce it right this year?
Closer.
Well,
Right.
you correct me then.
Boisvert.
Boisvert. I thought I'd said Boisvert last year and you said Boisvert, but I guess I said Boisvert last year and I did it again. And we're here to talk about the Altona Old Home Days, which is coming up on June 11th, 12th, and 13th. And the first thing that comes to my mind, Father, is you must be expecting to have a successful Old Home Day because you're already spending the money up at the rectory.
Oh, we're remodeling the rectory. You're right.
We are in a very nice, just a stone house. I see there's brick around the windows here.
This is the old Hanlon house, a very old house, one of the oldest houses in Altona. And a few years back, it was, my understanding, it was completely redone by the prison, and it's really the prison superintendent's house.
And you displaced him to stay here?
No, Mr. Colin, who's the superintendent now, lives in Plattsburgh, and because he'll only be here for a few years, he chose to stay in his home in Plattsburgh. He has a nice home on Beekman Street, so he allowed us, the state allowed us to use the house.
Wow.
While we do the remodeling. It was kind of an exchange for kind of favors that the parish had done with the prison when the prison had different projects going on.
Oh, great.
It was a nice exchange.
Yeah, it's nice to see the state and
Yeah.
the church working together for a change.
It was nice.
It doesn't always work that way. This is your second Old Home Day?
My second.
Yes.
Yep.
Any idea how many this has been? I don't see any of the flyers here.
No, I don't. I really don't know how many, because at one time it was the community, and then it transferred over to the church. So I don't know. I don't know if there is even a history of the number or what year it started.
Probably it's one of these things that nobody knows for sure. I'm sure.
It's been here for a long time, though.
Now you came here from Treadwell's Mills.
Yes.
That's St. Joe.
St. Joseph's.
St. Joseph's and Treadwell's Mills. And this is your second year here. Did you come just before the Old Home Day last year?
No, I came in the fall.
In the fall.
And then we had the Old Home Days in the spring.
Because we're right now in the midst. This coming Sunday on John 21, we'll be showing the Father Susi's farewell mass, and on Sunday, while your parade is going on, my brother will be here taping the parade, and I'm going to be in Moore's Forks, where a former pastor here, Father McCaslin, will be celebrating his farewell mass in Moore's Forks.
And a lot of changes.
And everything happening at once, too. It's just seems to me with so many Catholic schools, I didn't mention this to Father Susi, it's a bad time of the year to be changing priests just before graduations and stuff. I know Father Susi 7 years ago, I guess, arrived, and Father Lamity did come back and present the graduates with their certificates and stuff, and I don't know if that will happen this year or what. But
I think they can work it out, because Father Morgan is very easy to get along with, and Father Morgan is just over in West Shazy, so it's not too far traveling.
I heard we were getting Joe Morgan. I said, well, it could have been worse. We could have got Pete Rose, I guess. But Father Joseph Morgan is going to be our new pastor, and of course Father Serank's coming to Moore's Forks. And I did see him roaming around last weekend at St. Anne's Bazaar function. He was there and familiarizing himself with the place. But we're not here to talk about all that. We're here to talk about the Altona Old Home Days. And why don't you start us off with Friday, probably?
Well, Friday night we're going to have, it'll be the second time they've done it, we'll have a piggyback bingo. And what it is, it's two $1,000 bingos back to back. So whoever chooses to, they can play just the one bingo or both bingos. We'll give away $2,000. We do a progressive type games. That means that one game leads right into the other. And the reason we do that is we try to keep the time down. We play as many games as we would on a normal bingo night. And so the people have the same amount of chances of winning. It's just that this way it keeps things going. The doors open up at 6 o'clock and bingo starts at 7:30.
Now, does your parish have a bingo every week? Is it
on Tuesday nights?
Tuesday, so
we have a regular bingo on Tuesday night, except we start at 8 o'clock on regular bingo on Tuesday evening. The reason we're starting at 7:30 is because there'll be two of them back to back, and it's a lot of fun. There's a lot more money given away, and we try to make the games more interesting, more challenging.
And that's quite a commitment to say you're going to give away over $2,000.
Right.
You've got to have some people that show up.
You're right. The more, the better. Then on
you could end up giving away your profits if
you're right.
people don't show up. Okay, go ahead.
Then on Saturday, the grounds will open up in the afternoon, and there'll be games, there'll be rides. At 4 o'clock, we'll have the lip sync contest. If anyone is interested in entering into the lip sync, they can call Wanda LaFountain at 236-7291 or Tracy Graves at 236-5191. We had a real interesting competition last year. The first prize is $100, the second prize is $50, and the third prize is $25. It was very entertaining last year.
They usually are. The teenagers really enjoy it, and I think that a lot of the parents...
And even the young ones.
Oh, the little ones... I know on St. Anne's last week, it was primarily the little ones that had taken over the lip sync. And
they steal the show.
Yeah. So the teenagers probably feel they can't compete with all that cuteness. So.
And then after the lip sync contest, we're going to have our casino night. Casino will run from 6 o'clock until 11 o'clock. During casino, part of the evening, we'll have music by the country western band Young Country. Young Country plays on a regular basis over at Sam's in Ellenburg on the weekends.
Sam Trombley's.
Right. So we're going to have them for the first part of the evening. And the different games are the traditional casino games, blackjack, chuck-a-lug. There'll be a crap table, the roulette wheel, paddle wheels, and it's really a good evening.
Any pull tabs?
We have pull tabs.
Those are always popular.
Oh yeah, they're popular. But the last year it seemed as though the crap table and the blackjack were really, really popular. Couldn't...
Really? I'm
people
not a gambler. But
no?
No.
It's a lot of fun. It really is. I mean, I suppose if you limit the amount of money you're going to spend, but...
Well, if you come... It's like the St. Mary's Bazaar. I know the kids are going to spend so many dollars, and how they spend it is going to be up to them. So it depends what you enjoy, and it's the same thing here. You don't come, I just imagine... knowing you're going to win here, you're coming knowing you're going to come to spend.
Oh, no, they win. Last year, the crap table was broken.
Really?
Oh yeah, someone broke the table. They walked away with a nice little sum. Yeah, they did. We had to close it down. The people won.
Oh my goodness.
So that's always possible, which is, it's okay. That shows that it's done so that you can really win, and you can win big. Well, there was some big winners.
Is that why you haven't mortgaged out your rectory?
No. Not yet.
Not yet.
So that's pretty much Saturday night, and then Sunday is the big day. Sunday is the one that's filled with a lot of activities. On Sunday morning, we have the special Mass at 10 o'clock. Usually our Sunday morning Mass is at 10:30, but for Old Home Day Sunday, we celebrate Mass at 10 o'clock. Then the parade begins right at 11 o'clock, and I think we have a good parade lined up. We had an excellent parade last year. We have a number of bands. Something that we've done this year, we tried last year and we weren't too successful, but we're trying more and more to get not only the Canadian bands, but get the area local high school bands involved. As you know, most Old Home Days or bazaars give a gift to the bands that come. And what we did this year was, just like we would offer a gift to a stipend to a Canadian band, we made it a policy to offer the same amount to our own local bands to help them in their fundraising.
So do you have some coming?
We have the Beekmantown Central School Band coming. We have the Chateauguay Central School Band coming. And we're hoping possibly also the Peru Central Band coming.
You hear that? Shazy, Northeastern, and doesn't NAC have a marching band? I know they have a band.
No, NAC doesn't have a marching band.
No marching band.
No.
I know Shazy and Northeastern do.
Right, so we're hoping that... Shazy said that it was difficult this year, but they're hoping to keep us in mind for next year. But I think it's kind of good. It's a way of us supporting the local bands because they always have fundraisers. Mm-hmm. And secondly, I think it's great to see your own local kids involved in the activities and the festivities.
Right.
So by kind of like treating them in the same way that we would treat the Canadians, I think it hopefully will be more inviting for them to come.
Well, plus they're more apt to have their parents bring them. And
You're right. And the family, and everybody
family.
comes to watch them, so more people,
Right.
greater day. Then after the parade, there will be the rides, the games, the regular concessions, the traditional fried bread dough, the cotton candy, and all of that. But during the early part of the afternoon, we'll have music by the band called Southern Bound, which is also a country western band. They'll play for a part of the afternoon. And once in a while, the marching bands also perform on the grounds. They'll take a little while and they'll perform on the grounds to entertain the people. And then, mid-afternoon, around 2:30, we'll have a comedy magic show by the magician Tricky Devil. And he'll walk around the grounds for about a half hour, 35 minutes, and entertain everyone, the young and the old alike. And then what he'll do is kind of try to gather the people towards the stage, and he'll put on about a 45-minute full show, which is really, really nice. I don't know if you've ever seen him
Tricky
perform.
Devil? No, is he from around here?
He's a local young man, originally from Beekmantown. I don't know if I'm supposed to say who he is, so I won't. If he wants to announce who he is, comes from a very well-known family.
Does his family have a decorating?
No.
No.
Father was a school principal at one time.
No,
Yeah.
There's another one I'd seen that named Maynard that did a nice job at a Girl Scout function.
Yeah. He's excellent. He performed for about a year and a half at Busch Gardens. He was in the service, graduated from West Point. He has a colorful background, excellent background. Yeah, he does. But
he's a tricky devil.
he's a tricky devil. But
is that a problem at Holy Angels to have a tricky devil here?
No, the angels are all there to keep an eye on him.
Okay.
And then the rest of the afternoon will be also taken up with the different festivities. A big part of the day will be our second roast beef buffet. It's something that we've tried. We tried last year for the first time. A lot of the bazaars and old home days always have some kind of a barbecue. We thought we would do a buffet dinner, and last year was very successful. We served roast beef, baked or barbecued chicken. There'll be gravy, sour cream, baked potato, buttered corn, green beans, baked beans, coleslaw, macaroni salad, pasta salad, cake, the drinks. It's a pretty good fare.
You said barbecued chicken. I don't see that on your list here. Is that?
Well, we added that on.
Okay.
We added
I didn't know
that
if that was
on.
a slip
We
or-
served it last year. We served it last year also.
So they'll have to have the choice of beef or chicken?
Or as much as they want. They can have both.
As much, this is an all-you-can-eat?
All-you-can-eat buffet. For $6 for adults and $3 for children, young people, and then the little children, 5 and under, we feed for nothing.
Now, I know when I showed up this morning, you were half expecting Bob Venn, and if Bob Venn's watching this, you might be in trouble.
No, that's all right. We have plenty of food. But it was very successful last year, and it's in the large hall of the parish hall, and it's really nicely done. It's a nice atmosphere, especially for the elderly. It's sit down, tablecloths, everything, china. It's not outdoors on paper plate. It's not that kind. It's a full, really nice meal.
I think for a parish the size of the hall that is here is fantastic. It's a very nice hall.
It's a nice facility. It is, and with the money from the old home days, as the years go on, we'll continue to remodel it and bring it up to date. And, continue to do things. In the last few years, they've done different work. They put brand new windows on it one year. Then they took the large hall and they completely remodeled it. Put all nice tongue and groove pine around it, wallpapered. It really looks good. It's a nice atmosphere for a good dinner, and I think people will be very satisfied. They were last year. They were. Then later in the evening, well, actually, it's still quite early evening, around 7 o'clock, we're going to do the grand drawing of our raffle ticket. And it looks small, but it isn't. It has a total of 65 gifts. There's about $1,100 or $1,200 in cash prizes that'll be given away. And we were going to give away one large prize. We noticed that on some of the area raffles, they gave away like a $300 prize or $500. And we thought about that, but then we thought, well, you make one person happy with $500, you make 5 people or 8 people happy, because I think we have about, we have 6. We have six $100 prizes. But our big prize is 2 round-trip plane tickets within the U.S. Air system. Compliments of U.S. Air here in Plattsburgh. So if you win it, you can fly anywhere you want with a friend, a loved one.
And what is the U.S. Air system? Any idea what that encompasses?
Oh, it's large. No, I don't know exactly, but it is quite large. I think last year, I'm not sure. Last year, I think the people who won it went either to Boston or New York with it. But it's quite, the system is quite extensive.
Not just here to Saranac Lake, right?
No.
That's quite a first prize.
Yeah, it's a nice first prize.
And that's compliments of U.S. Air?
Compliments of U.S. Air. And then we have a lot of beautiful gifts, a lot, as you can notice, a lot of cash prize and a lot of money certificates and gift certificates. So it's the work of some real good, dedicated people, and the businesses being very, very supportive. And that's why we've listed all the businesses who support us year after year to kind of give them a little publicity to encourage our parishioners and our community people to support them.
Mm-hmm. And plus, when you're drawing that night, you're going to mention that.
Oh yeah, we always mention who
is providing that particular one.
Yes.
So there's quite a large 65, as you said, and not quite sure the Bible belongs on as the first one, at the bottom one, but.
Well, we always start from the bottom and go up.
I know, it should be higher up there is what I'm thinking.
Probably the way it was is that they were listed as they came in. And then you try to mix them up a little bit.
Yeah.
So. And the people last year, we'll see this year how they do, but the parishioners have done very, very well. And what we have begun last year, and it worked out very well, is that we work with 2 parishes. Actually, we have 3 churches. We have Holy Angels, and we have the what's called an oratory. It's like a chapel, the status of a chapel, no longer a parish. St. Alexis in Jericho, up on top of Rand Hill, that also is connected to Holy Angels. And then we have the church, the parish of St. Louis of France in Scioto. Well, I cover all 3. And last year for our festivities, our old home days, the people of Scioto also sell tickets to help the Holy Angels parish. Then in the fall, when we have our harvest dinner in Scioto, we call upon the people of Holy Angels to help them out, to kind of, have a give and take and just a sharing between the 2 parish families. And it's worked out well. We have a good number of Scioto people, St. Louis of France people, who are going to help us on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And come fall, there'll be a good number of Holy Angels people who will go down and help make the harvest dinner a success.
Well, the parishes are close enough, and I'm sure there's some people that go from one church to the other depending on...
Well, they have to share me so they can help each other out.
Well, what is your Mass schedule then on Sunday? You must be kind of busy.
Our weekend schedule on Saturday, we have a 4 o'clock Mass at St. Louis, and we have a 7:30 p.m. Mass at Holy Angels. On Sunday, we have a 9 o'clock Mass at St. Louis, and normally a 10:30 Mass at Holy Angels, but this Sunday we're going to do it at 10 o'clock. Then it flows right into the parade. And then in the summertime, we haven't decided when we're going to do it yet, because I was in the hospital, so until I kind of get fully back into the swing of things. During the summertime, we do celebrate an early Sunday Mass at St. Alexis, at the little chapel on Rand Hill. We open it up for a few Sundays to just to allow the people to come. It's a beautiful little chapel, so
Never been
we
there.
we open it up and we have mass there during the good weather to kind of encourage the people, because there are families there who have, been connected to that church for years. It was a church that was ran for many years by the Oblate Fathers from St. Peter's in Plattsburgh, and then it was transferred over to Holy Angels a few years back. It was during the time of Father Peter Berg. It became a part of Holy Angels. And the status of a chapel means that it's not a regular parish anymore. It's a chapel, but we still have the responsibility to take care of it and maintain it. And I've always believed if you're going to have it, then on occasion you should use it. It can always be used for weddings. It can be used for burials, for funeral masses. And so we use it during the summer to kind of just encourage the people to come and remember their old church.
How far away is it?
Oh, I'd say it's about 10, 12 minutes. It's not more than, I don't know mileage-wise, but it's not far. See, our parish goes beyond that. Our parish actually goes, in fact, our parish goes beyond the road that leads to Camp Jericho, below the hill there. Our parish is in line now with the Altona town line.
Which is big.
Which is big.
Yes.
It is. It's a good area to cover.
I'm not familiar with that chapel. I went up to the one in Peru there where the Mother Cabrini shrine is, and
well, you won't miss it now because we just put new doors on it. They're bright, flaming red.
wow.
So, they'll catch your eye when you go by.
I'm driving up that way.
Yeah.
What road's it on?
Rand Hill.
Rand Hill Road?
It's right on Rand Hill. And there's a lot of building taking place on Rand Hill, a lot of new homes, so it's nice to have the little church there. And it has a beautiful shrine to Our Lady of Lourdes. So last year we completely cleaned the shrine and we planted all nice fresh flowers. This year we're going to plant some shrubs around it, and we took the statues and had the statues all cleaned and redone. This year we're going to put the spotlight back into it, and hopefully maybe down the road we'll do like at Mother Cabrini. We'll also offer the people the opportunity to burn their candles there. People still like that old Catholic tradition of burning candles, so it's kind of a nice little spot.
So there is an outdoor shrine, is what you're saying?
Yeah, there's a beautiful shrine to Our Lady of Lourdes. A nice place, nice peaceful little spot. And it's a gorgeous little church. It's when the Oblate Fathers had it. Actually, it was at the time when it was connected to my old parish, St. Joseph's in Treadwell's Mill. Father Romeo Murphy had it completely all redone. They completely redid the whole inside of the church, and then they sided the outside, and so it's in good shape. It needs a little roof work in the next year or so, but we'll keep it up, and we've repainted the sign and just cleaned up the property to make sure that it looks nice and well kept.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, anything more you want to mention? Maybe some, if we get into this, we may get in trouble here, but you're the one getting in trouble, so I'm going to try it. Some of the chairmen for these different events.
Oh, there's so many people. Yes, you would get me in trouble. You would.
See, I'm awfully brave.
If you had told me ahead of time, I'd have the list in front of me, but I won't do that. I'll do it next year. Only for fear that if I forget someone, no, I'm not going to get that. Yeah, that's dangerous. We have some great people working. We always have. Last year, I was very, very encouraged. When you get ready for this, there's always that nervousness. Is everyone going to show up? But last year it ran very well, and every year we'll try to evaluate it and make new additions. Always trying to find different activities that's going to draw the crowds, and not just draw the crowds, but entertain the people. Make it a real entertainment weekend where people really not just a fundraiser. That's important. That's why we do it, but also to bring the whole parish working together and to have fun. I think my philosophy with whether it's been harvest dinners or old home days or bazaars or rummage sales or auctions, you work a lot, and there's a lot of people who have to do a lot of work, otherwise it's not successful. But I think a very integral part, because it's connected to a parish family, is that it's the working together, it's respecting each other's talents, and having fun. If we have fun together, then I think I've always seen a growing in faith We pray together. We celebrate happy days, happy occasions. We celebrate sad occasions as a parish family. And Old Home Days is one of those happy occasions where, yes, we have to pull together. There's a little bit of sweat and hard work. It's the name of the game.
And some people work harder than others.
Right. But if everybody pulls, and of course that's the challenge of any parish activity. The more people you can get involved using the gifts that the good Lord has given each one, then that spells success. The greater the number of people, the harder the working, then it kind of spreads it out, and it doesn't fall on the shoulders of just a couple people or a few people. And here we've had a good turnout, whether it's Friday night with the piggyback bingo, or Saturday with lip sync, or the casino night. We have some real sharp people in charge, and they've lined up some good workers for the dinner on Sunday, the parade, and it pays off.
Yes, I agree. I think our St. Mary's Bazaar is good for the parish. Making money is a nice part of it, but working together is also a nice part of it.
Well, I think if you don't have these activities, then when do we come together? We come together on Saturday and Sunday to pray, which is, nice. That's very important.
Right.
But most important. But I think also activities are important in order to, bring out the best in people. And it does. It provides the funds that keeps the parish going. Doing some of the projects, like right now we're remodeling the parish house, which was very, very much in need. The house is over 100 years old. I calculate, I don't have exact figures, dates of how long the house has been there, but I know from taking the house apart, gutting the house, we found some of the rooms, the linoleum on the floor dates back to 1943. So some of the rooms have not been touched in 50 years. So it was time to do some needed work. And the house, we discovered, it's interesting when you start a project, we discovered after gutting the house that the house had undergone 2 major fires that had done considerable damage to the structure, and an opportunity like what we're doing now with the house gives us that chance to reconstruct and really assure that the building will last for a long time. We have some good workers, we have a good contractors that are working with it, craftsmen, real good craftsmen, and I think when we have the open house, which we'll have sometime this summer, the people I think will be very satisfied, with the project and what it'll look like, but also knowing that the structure itself will be there and be in good use for a long, long time. That's important.
Yeah.
We have to be responsible for our buildings because, we can't just think of today. We have to think of our children, our grandchildren, who will be using these parish buildings for years to come. And like you said, with the parish hall the same way. One of our goals down the road is to do some good major work with the parish hall, especially on the outside. It's a 30-year-old building. It needs some siding, it needs some roof work. The heating system is the original heating system, and it's Old Home Days and projects like this that provide the extra funds over and above the regular funds that we use to just maintain from year to year our facilities. Well, it's a big project like Old Home Days that helps to provide those monies to do these extra things. And we're glad that the people are behind us and working with us.
Okay, we're looking forward to another successful one. It starts on Friday.
Friday night.
And the lip sync numbers, if the only numbers we've given out, maybe we should give those again. And
if you want to compete in lip sync, call Wanda at 236-7291 or Tracy at 236-5191.
And if you forgot to write those numbers down, they could give you a call and you could...
We'll give them to them. Sure. No problem. In fact, we can even register their act and then hand it on to Wanda and Tracy. They did a great job last year.
We've been covering it for 3-4 years now, and it's always a nice job. Started doing the parade a year or two before Altona had cable, because I always felt that this is all part of our North Country here. And
well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, I guess that's about it.
That's it. If we can have a nice, warm, sunny weekend, That's what everybody wants.
Whether there's a bazaar going on or not, you want a sunny weekend. St. Mary's lucked out this year. We had
Oh, I know.
beautiful Sunday, then Monday it was just miserable.
I know. It was couched right in between there. Between Saturday and Sunday, you had one of the nicest days of the year so far.
Yeah.
But last year we did. We no complaints. We had a beautiful full weekend. Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday were great days. So we'll pray, and that's up to the Lord.
Yes.
We have no control over that. But we'll take the day He gives us. We'll take the weather He gives us, and we'll just work, and it'll be successful. It will.
Oh, yes. Yeah, if you people in the Morris Forks area, we're going to Father McCaslin's event. There's things to do before and after that, so don't feel because you go to one, you can't come here and enjoy what's happening here. In fact, you probably have your family out, and what better thing to do since your family's already together and come down here and
Sure. And I'm sure there'll be some Altona people who will make sure that they can squeeze in, sneaking over and wishing Father the best.
Yes, Father Howard, he makes friends wherever he goes.
Oh, he's a legend.
He's not someone who's going to sit quietly in the corner.
No. And he's not going too far either.
No,
He's just
he's
down
just-
in Cherubusco.
He's one of the
He's
best
been a
people.
great, great neighbor. He's very supportive, and we wish him the best. We really do. So I hope he has a great day too.
Okay, thank you very much. Altona Old Home Day, June 11th, 12th, and 13th in Altona. Thanks.
Thank you.